real political damage to the left. And that would be a really good thing.
Daenerys Targaryen. She says she is the mother of dragons. But would you trust her with your kids? Her father was a maniac. She palled around with Dothraki terrorists. She asked the city of Karth for a government bailout. Then she lost 3 baby dragons after placing them in an unlocked wooden box. An unlocked wooden box. This Khaleesi wants to be queen of the 7 kingdoms, but can she be trusted? Daenerys Targaryen. Wrong for dragons. Wrong for the realm. Paid for by the Committee to Protect Dragons.
We don't know anything about him.
He was never really vetted.
Is he really the true-born son of Robert Baratheon?
All over the 7 kingdoms, people are asking the same question. Who is the real King Joffrey? The people of Westeros are hurting. Winter is coming. Crop yields are falling, and the price of fuel is going up.
The cost of peat moss is through the thatched roof.
And this young and inexperienced king takes advice from a whoremongering imp and has launched an illegal war in the north. What is King Joffrey hiding? This is not our kind of family values. King Joffrey. What a bastard.
What a bastard.
Paid for by the young Baratheons for freedom. Robb Stark. He's the biggest celebrity in the North. But his father was a traitor. He arrested his own mother. His bastard brother deserted the Night's Watch. And he couldn't defend his own castle. Worst of all, Robb Stark hasn't stopped the wildlings from invading our lands and taking our jobs. He even has an illegal alien for a nanny. And now he wants to be king in the North? King? Some people say he's really a wolf. Some people say he eats dead people. We can't wait until it's too late. Send a raven to Winterfell now and tell Robb Stark to go back home. Stop eating dead people and defend the damn wall. This ad paid for by Crossbows GPS.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
When you can't find anything to watch on cable, you get bored. When you get bored, you listen to radio cooking shows. When you listen to radio cooking shows, you invite a friend over for dinner. When you invite a friend over for dinner, you use twice as many beans. When you use twice as many beans, you expel deadly farts that kill your friend's dog. When you kill your friend's dog, your friend becomes unstable. When your friend becomes unstable, you're sued for everything you're worth. When you're sued for everything you're worth, you're thrown to the streets. When you're thrown to the streets, you devote your life to world domination. When you devote your life to world domination, you become an evil fascist overlord. When you become an evil fascist overlord, old friends plot their revenge. When old friends plot their revenge, you are shot in the back of the head. And when you're shot in the back of the head, you miss your jazzercise appointment. Don't miss your jazzercise appointment. Upgrade to Indirect TV. Go online or call 1-800-IRECT-TV.
Millions of Americans every day are shedding unwanted pounds by taking tested and proven Ultra Lipo Stick. Carbohydrates are bad, bad. Our carbo-fighting antioxidant is good, good. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
My name is Gail, and I lost like 20 pounds on Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Jared, and I lost 46 pounds using Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Zach, and I actually gained weight. This stuff sucks!
Ultra Lipo Stick is safe and easy to inject. Just 3 doses 4 times a day discreetly underneath your fingernail. Listen to this.
I used Ultra Lipo Stick and suffered from side effects like uncontrollable greasy discharge.
Ultra Lipo Stick, it turned the armpits of all of my shirts orange. This stuff is crap.
Try it today and see some real results. Ultra Lipo Stick. Not available in stores. Results may vary.
Most politically incorrect black man on the planet, Rod Eccles.
I think that even if you had, some other people out there that maybe aren't looking to run for president, well, Sarah Palin isn't looking to run, but throw them on a ticket too, and you'll garner a lot of additional support. And I know that if you had Ben Carson and Alan West on the ticket, that would be, a coup d'etat for a lot of people, and that's not a bad idea. Ben Carson as Health and Human Services Secretary, not a bad idea for Alan West to be VP. Although I don't think he'd probably accept. But if we came to him and said this is for the good of your country, Mr. West, then he probably and just. Look, can you imagine? You could do a couple of political commercials with a play on Alan West's name. Remember the old TV series and the movie starring Will Smith? The TV series didn't star Will Smith, but the movie did. Wild Wild West. We get some good stuff in there with Alan West. Being like James West. My name's West, Alan West. In Wild Wild West. Welcome back. I am your lovable host, El Rod. You are listening to the Rod Eccles Show. And I am coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still, and I check every day as I check today, it is still live free or die. It is not big government or bust. It is Monday, April the 20th in the year of our Lord 2015, as we begin our week. Here, it's Patriots Week, actually here in Massachusetts, down in Massachusetts, and the Boston Marathon was run today with no apparent major incidences. So that's a good thing, and a lot of people are feeling a lot safer, even though they may not be actually in reality safer. But at least they're feeling it, and that's what liberals like to do. They like to feel things instead of actually have things to be factual. But here's something that looks to be factual. Now, I don't know how many. Well, I don't think there's going to be many Republicans or conservatives that are happy about this. But Senator Graham, he says that there is a 91% chance I'm taking the plunge in 2016. Now, I don't know why. Why is it 91%? Is he he's being a little facetious there, But, 91%. But the context in it is probably a little important here, and this is something that so says townhall.com. Now, according to Fox News Sunday anchor Chris Wallace, prefaced his question about whether or not Lindsey Graham is running for president by reminding him that Carly Fiorina recently noted on his show that her chances of running were higher than 90%. Now, what's the percent chance that you're going to get in? Is what he asked the senator. 91%. I think I got a good message. I think I've been more right than wrong in foreign policy. I've been a problem solver in Washington, and I think I've got something to offer the party and the nation. I'll make the decision in May, and if I can raise the money, I'll do it. Now, does anybody really want Lindsey Graham? You know, I know he's a moderate Republican. You know, he's basically a rhino. But there's one thing about Lindsey Graham, that he's got the Southern gentleman charm about him. And that I kind of like. But at the same time, when I look at him and I listen to him and some of his ideas and policies, all I can think about is another Jimmy Carter. And the last thing we need is another Jimmy Carter in the White House, at least for a long time. You know, maybe 100 years from now, when the country is back on its feet, constitutional footing, we're strong militarily, economically, all that kind of stuff, maybe we can survive a Jimmy Carter again in 100 years. But not now. Am I the only one who thinks that? Now, Jimmy Carter was, you know, he wasn't a Southern hayseed, but he didn't come off as being that much of a Southern gentleman because he was a farm boy. But there was a little bit of Southern air about him that, you know, the people kind of liked, which helped him win the White House. And I think that, you know, that Lindsey Graham has the same type of thing. Same type of air around him, but he's got a lot more history than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter was just a governor. You know, he was Georgia's governor for a while. You know, much like Bill Clinton, but Bill Clinton had no Southern sophistication about him whatsoever. Jimmy Carter had a little bit, and Lindsey Graham has got a little bit more than Carter. And you know that unfortunately that might be of benefit to him in winning the White House, but I don't think we need another. We don't need another good old boy Southerner in the White House yet. Yeah, look, you know, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to, you know, be down on south of the Mason-Dixon line, which I really don't think Florida is a part of. Although Florida is south, but Florida is just not a part of that original Southern mix. Because most people in Florida, I know most people in Florida are not originally from Florida, but most Floridians do not have that Southern drawl or any type of Southern. No, Northern Florida, I guess they do, but for the most part, most Floridians do not. I have not heard them. Most of the Floridians I have heard do not have that Southern twang, Southern drawl, Southern accent, however you want to call it. And Lindsey Graham, he's got that very Southern gentleman type of accent, you know, kind of like you know, the Dixie Carter Designing Women Atlanta type of thing. And yeah, can you imagine? Jimmy Carter was once the governor of the state that has Atlanta in it, and well, you know, hey, Georgia survived, and just as Arkansas barely survived Clinton, but you can't do state policies on a nationwide level. It's not the same. And Graham has just been a senator for too long, but 91%. So in other words, he's 1% more sure than Carly Fiorina that he's going to. Well, I invite both of them to jump in the ring. Go ahead, jump in the ring. I think if he does, he'll be one of the first ones to drop out. At least I hope so. Because you know, I don't think that there are. I don't think we're going to see a lot of moderate support, which is probably going to be very difficult for Jeb Bush, because Jeb Bush has come out as this big, huge time moderate Republican. And I think Republicans or conservatives are they're more than fed up with rhinos, and there's no base for Jeb right now.